excuse. はい。皆さん、こんばんは。Buenas noches todos. And good evening, everyone. This is your Mabinik V2 Releasha. And being Sunday, it is the night for whatever, all this wonderful stuff you can find on the Japanese Twitter. As much as I can translate. Now, let's get going, shall we? With much further ado. Now, this one is one of those someone came across on Amazon for. Yeah, it's one of those Switch that you can actually have a good feel vibe about it, like the one you'd see on action of on all the movies. Or some of the more old-fashioned knife switches. Like yeah, this one you'd see it on in a situation where you have to ensure that the circuit either is closed or open for sure. So basically, this part is actually the live part, so you can't touch kind of ones. And of course, people starting to show have the pictures of the switches and the levers you might want in your house, and that being the control panel of the train engineers. And the one thing is, it's one of those that starts off the docking sequence in anime, all those robots, or or in the movies where Dav is getting assaulted by bad guys, and the guy who got shot would try to press down in his dying moments. The top 10, one of the permanently top band switch that are love to press down while being injured. For information, it's ain't that expensive, turns out. Let's see, how much was it? Oh, no, I can't see it. Apparently, it's not that crazy expensive. Okay, so yeah, it is one of those switches that you'd use for super high voltage ones, where little dingy home use wire and switches don't do it. Will probably burn off right away. Oh, yeah. Here's one. Yeah. Just try to put this on the instead of garage switch. Oh yeah, just picture having a couple of these on a desk with a PC monitor. Yep. Anyways, moving right along. And this guy found this scary switch while he was cleaning. While the this was towards the end of the year in 21. So they were cleaning out the office, and this is what they found. It says safe and danger, and it's switched to safe right now. Now, what would you do if you were him? Someone who found this switch. Oh boy. Yeah, and it's like Yes, it is tempting to press it down. This is a true test of your common sense. Oh my god. It's one of those switches that makes you feel like you're told not never touch it, and then you have to fight the urge not to press it. Precursor. Don't press it. Don't ever press it. Okay? Never press the button. Yeah, I mean, if it is, and of course, if it is actually indeed a safety switch, here's one. You really wouldn't actually put the danger on the bottom side if you accidentally get pressed, just to prevent it from getting pressed down. It's if it is truly what it is, it should be, yeah. This part should be down. This side should be safe, and this side should be danger. That's what some people are pointing out. Excuse me. And this one was scary, impressive, shall we say? Okay. This person back in high school days was one of the history aficionado from Heian era. So that would be like what about 10, about 8, 7 or 9th century, give or take. And yeah, apparently there was this BL literature from that time, untranslated, yeah, of aristocrat and warrior, and it was in the reference section of the library, so that he could check it out. So she went in with a dictionary and basically went there every single day after school for 3 months, translated it into modern Japanese, despite the fact that it had absolutely none uh, for reference, no translation, no reference. And she found out that the who's on top and who's at the bottom was completely the other way around of what she was expecting. Yeah, basically, she figured that if it was a aristocrat and warrior couple, it might be a warrior on top and the aristocrat at the bottom. But turns out back then they were more abiding. They more stuck to the higher social hierarchy. So that's why the aristocrat was on top. Yeah. Yeah. So this one like hey, original author, at least specify who's on top and who's on bottom on the fucking title, please. Yeah. And I mean, like what? Oh, and this would be like ancient type, so. Oops. So yeah, this person actually did deciphered all this kind of a writing into modern language, and then she found out it was all in waste. Feel sorry for her. Okay, meanwhile, Shin Horie, one of the voice actor, yeah, because he doesn't want to be found out that he's a voice actor, he always passes off as being web designer. And at a physio he goes to, the doc commented, "Oh, gee, your voice, you sound like the main character." Yeah.
の主人公役をやっております堀井俊です。はい、この作品はすごく壮大な
In fact, he does play main character in the Genshin. So the physio doc ain't that far off. In other words, the physio guy maybe a resident of Taiwan, maybe. And yeah. Meanwhile, False Eye, she did the Murasaki Shikibu in FGO, and she also did the main character in Hami Hiro's of Dumbbell King Lift Up. In her case, she usually passes off as a graphic designer. And yeah, in your case, you could pass off that way. Shunsa says. But yeah, there you go. And she's eating off pepperoni. Nice. Anyways, moving right along. This one's one of those weird. It's not Japanese, but then I found it in Japanese, so what the hey. One of the things that these guys love about the marching band from Egyptian army is the fact that they look nothing but Egyptian fucking marching band. What else can you see them as? Persian? Hell no. Just European? Hell no. Egyptian it is. No question asked. This was apparently done at a scene at the marching band contest in Moscow, of all places possible. And yeah, so this kind of makes you look like you're playing Civilization, and the Egyptians successfully occupied Moscow or something. It looks that way. Okay, and a relatively decent fan. Everyone I've seen playing it, including my favorite VTuber, Ichikaide. She has a cat, so it's nothing surprise. So one of the things that a game called Stray for PS5 and other mediums. But one of the things someone liked about the PS5 version of Stray is that when the cat goes to sleep in the game, the controller actually vibrates a tiny bit, and you can actually feel a cat sleeping on your lap or somewhere with a breathing and purring sound. So you can actually feel it that way. And yeah, he's going like, yeah. So now Yeah, it's a perfect substitute for those who have a variety of reasons that they can't have cats. Now the PS5 controller is a cat. Okay, I'm going to go sleep this way, so I can pretend I'm sleeping with a cat. When I woke up, the charge for the PS5 controller was dead, so my control cat was have turned cold as well. R.I.P. Yep, time to recharge. Apparently, the sound and the vibration is all too real. Apparently. Okay, and this one was one of the stuff. Not only but it does happen for anyone who actually does who cremates those who cremate the bodies of your loved ones. Now, this a drummer who happened to be a heavy drinker made left a will that says make sure put his favorite vintage whiskey into the casket. The guy died of cancer, and his family did exactly that and left the bottle in the casket. The whole thing blew up, and they also had to pay the bill for the incinerator. So please do watch out. And I don't know if it was US or something. No, yeah, it was put in US. There was this guy who was so fat, and when he passed away, the extra fat in the body actually ignited. It essentially, that also blew up the furnace. Australia there are some places that actually do charge extra cost for the extra for anyone who is triple XL size. But anyways, one of the problems someone pointed out that the little supplies at the funeral home people didn't stop all this. So yeah, even the grasses, spectacles are not no go. Yeah. Anyways, most people when they get these kind of requests, they would put it on a Ziploc or a paper pack. That's how the some people are doing it to get the wishes of their loved ones. Yeah, people. And then someone had this bright idea. What happens when I'm getting cremated if I were to just before I die, I swallow a whole lot of popcorn kernels. はい、こんばんはです。岩根猫さん。Just doing all those little weird stuff that I see on Twitter, of course. Thank you for coming in tonight. How goes your day? How goes your Sunday? Or is it Monday on your end? Anyways, yeah. But what happens if you have ingest a whole lot of popcorn kernel before you're about to die? Just finished dinner, right? I hope it was good. Now the thing is, yeah, someone said, yeah, that'd be nice. Oh yeah, put the butter inside of too. Make it caramel popcorn, and it'll make you might actually get a Disneyland feel. yeah, just picture before cremations is or before during the funeral they would actually put stuff up the nose with cotton and that kind of stuff. Yeah, picture them stuffing a popcorn kernel up their up nose. And picture the funeral home chimney out popping popcorns from the top of it. Yeah, it'll probably smell nice, or you hear popcorn going off. Nope, but someone working from the funeral home. But yeah, basically the temperature inside the furnace is so high that it will actually turn into ash right away. Now, having said that, this reminded me of this coffee writer, author, back in Edo era, where basically back then they really didn't use a furnace, but they actually cremated in the open fire. So this guy, Joker, he was comedy writer. So what he had done was he actually had a firework snuck into his casket. So basically, when they tried to cremate him, the firework went off. So he literally went off with a bang. That was actually his punchline to his life, apparently. Anyways, moving right along, and this guy, he basically nodded off while he was fishing. And when he woke up and brought up the line, this is what he found. What the hell, you guys? Yep, basically the cram here was tied to a hook, and the crab somehow actually ended up getting caught up with it. Now, one of the things is that there was this Chinese proverb, per se, where what was it? This crane, bird, and a crab was fighting over. The bird was trying to eat the crab, and the crab was trying to fight it off. They were so busy at with this fight that they didn't know the fisherman was passing by. He ended up catching both of them and had them for dinner. So there is a term, fisherman's benefit. Basically, two people were both in a fight and someone else ended up benefiting, kind of idea. But yeah, this would be a literal version of this proverb. Some they're saying. And this one, if you're one of those playground slides that where if you're not decisive fast enough, yeah, you're going to hurt in the pouch. You might lose the nuts or two if you're a guy. Ouch. Currently, they call this banana slider, but then all I can say is banana spread. Yes, I usually order that at Dairy Queen, by the way. Hakone Tozan Railway. So basically it says Hakone Mountain Railway. The problem is, if you see the train, and especially if you see the pantograph, actually, it's not Japanese. This is actually Switzerland. Turns out, this this one, if you're interested, if you're either going Switzerland or Japan in Hakone, basically the railway that actually climbs up the Hakone. It's one of the steeper part of the steeper mountains that they had to overcome in the early days of railways. But basically they modeled after a Switzerland mountaineering railway. So the railway in Hakone and the railway in Switzerland actually has a sister railway treaty going. So that's why you'd see this in Switzerland. And you actually see this, Swiss a friendship with a Swiss British railway. This is actually this is actually a panel you see on the Gora station. Actually, that name you'll probably find it in if you look hard enough in Evangelion TV series somewhere. But yeah, so basically there is a train in Hakone side that is actually modeled like a Swiss railway train. I don't think they have the picture of that. But yeah, if you look here, you see it's in Germany, so it is Switzerland. They even have their own Moikata mascot, as it turns out. There's even that too, apparently. That apparently is the official mascot girl for the railway. If you want the keychain, yeah, you have to go to Switzerland for this one. Oh, okay, sorry. This one is actually the Moikata version on mobile game called Station Memories. Basically, don't ask. Oh yeah, this is the Hakone version. Okay, so this is it. This is the Hakone version. So the Hakone Railway painted the Switzerland way. So that's how the even station looks like. So that's how the Danish railway is colored, and you find it in Hakone, just to mix it all up. Okay, here's one of those scary conversations that went on with this person and his boss. Boss, was there any fun memory from working here? Yeah, it's almost years ago, but everyone actually reported in on a holiday. Yeah, and basically, my boss back then was using one of the company owned building house to have an affair, and his wife and a board member uh, and I just burst into the scene at midnight. Okay, that I'll pay to go. I'll pay to go. Yeah, it's not something nice. It's not exactly a nice thing to say, but it sounds like fun. Yeah, and we're getting paid to do that. No, I'll pay to join the raid. Oh yes, I'll bring it on camera too. Oh my god, that sounds like fun. Is there any regular they do that on a regular basis? I'll pay for it. Yeah. Anyways, that's how some stuff went. And okay, you know those woke and gender and that kind of stuff going on. Just saying because we had here in Vancouver, we just had the Pride Parade with. Anyways, apparently there was someone who just went beyond LGBTQ and that kind of stuff, just a tad beyond that. There's this someone who actually switched her gender from female to a tax chopper. Uh, yeah. Apparently, it was real fun as a sci-fi novel and military novel. I just don't even want to know. And basically, the instant I saw this, my first reaction was WTF. But don't even ask. Yeah, so gender assignment. Yeah, so let me just rephrase it. Read what I just said. Yep. Gender is determined by the person's own choice. So, a lady decides to abandon her gender as a female and became picked a gender gender recognition as attack chopper. It's written by someone called Isabella Fall. If you ever want to look it up, I'm not going to. Oh, it's okay. This was apparently this came from the title itself was as you can see here. I sexually identify as a tactical. It's a memes it's a memes that looks down upon on transgender that came out around 2014, and yeah, Isabel Fall took advantage of that and wrote a short story out of that. And that's in sci-fi, but then there is this kid who actually sexually identified who has sexual attraction to grand piano legs, but yeah. Okay, grab the cancel culture and some kind of people doesn't know about this, I suppose. Hi, sorry I had to end this one with a really whacked out one, but hope you had fun with it. And yeah, it's just these kind of ones that takes away the energy, drains out the energy, right? So I'll wrap this out. I'll wrap the today's presentation with this, and I'm not going to date anyone after this one. Hi, じゃあ Thank you for coming in and have a good night. はい、じゃあご視聴ありがとうございました。 Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, that for sure. But still, 頭が痛い. But like I say, if you're interested, Google this title. I sexually identify as an attacked helicopter. はい、じゃあご視聴ありがとうございました。Thank you for coming in. What the hell I know.